Alright, so the 2021 Skidoo. Couldn't you have waited like 5 more minutes so I had the drone in the air? What's up, dude? Where are you guys going?
We're just going up the pancake house.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. We just got here, so we're probably gonna ride, but maybe I'll catch up with you later or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll message you or something.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good, dude.
All right, take care.
Enjoy breakfast. One. Alright, so the 2021 Skidoos. Let's talk about these bad boys. So first things first, I was quite wrong on the 850 E-Tech making its way to the backcountry. It did make its way into a 154 in the free ride and in the summit, but nothing in the backcountry, so you know, that can't always be right, and I certainly was not right on that, but oh well. I still think there could be more down the line for that engine. I definitely don't think this is the last we'll see of it, just in the summits, but until that happens, I am wrong, so. Cool to see it make its way into a 154 though, not just a 165. I think the Freeride 154 could be a really fun package for those of you guys that can take advantage of it. It looks good though. So that's, you wanted lime spindles? Yeah. Yeah, dude, I could have, Mountainside Products, they make offset spindles, so you can make it more narrow or as wide as yours is stock. You just move these bushings. Yeah. And they're only $300.
Richard did, like on Richard's here.
Yeah.
Richard took his into work. He works at Car Tech.
Cut them off, move them out.
On the outside.
Yeah. That's cool. So the Freeride line did get the lightweight hood off of the Summit Turbo. So no matter what sled you get in the Freeride line, you're going to get the lightweight hood, which I think is cool. Kind of spice up a sled that, you know, hasn't been updated in too long. That's also the case with the Summit Expert. But if you get a regular Summit X, you can still get the old Gen 4 bodywork if it's not a turbo. I got one more. Dang, look at that. Oh. Couldn't you have waited like 15 or like 5 more minutes so I had the drone in the air? Gotta carry a little momentum, you alright?
Hey, how you doing? Sorry, son.
It's alright.
I gotta head
had to pee. I was gonna take.
So you were gonna go on this fucking embankment and stop?
Up there, I was like, that's not good. So I just had to cut off. Should have had it on tape.
Dude, I was about to fly the drone. You were like, one more minute and I would have had it.
You gotta film me.
My drone's over in the bushes. I gotta go get it. This would probably be pretty sick if there was actually like some decent snow. Like fresh snow.
There'll be no getting up early tomorrow.
Got a little snow in your helmet there, Rob.
Huh?
Got a little snow in your helmet from the tumble.
Oh, did I?
A little on the handlebars.
Tumbled blood.
Rob decided to try to make this NASCAR embankment his spot to go to the bathroom.
Line rock tomorrow, right?
Brandon's like, Rev Rider, you're dead! And I'm like, what?
No cameras.
I know.
Did you get the tail end, anything?
From like a super distance, you can see you upside down, but I'll just have to like zoom it in.
Put it upside down.
Yep.
Put it back.
Let's flip it over again so I can get a picture for a thumbnail.
Flip it back pretty quick.
Yeah. The Backcountry XRS has nothing new. None of the Backcountry line does. The exact same sled from last year, just new colors. I thought it was kind of interesting. Dave Nerona in one of the videos called it the all-new Backcountry XRS X and super emphasized the X, like almost like you let something slip. And I don't know, maybe it was just maybe he just misspoke, but it was kind of one of those things that got me thinking a little bit. Maybe they were supposed to have something new come out this year, and you know, he's thinking about next year already, and he's demoed it, but no way to prove that. So otherwise, nothing new with the Backcountry. Same sled we've had effectively since 2018, but you know, we got the XRS in 2019 and the 154 last year. In the middle of the trail. I put the camera away and now they go play around. MXZ line, the big news is the RAS X front suspension and the R Motion X rear suspension. So not a ton of information out there on this yet. I'm amazed. Skidoo normally has like crazy informational videos on any of their updated products, but for some reason they've just kind of barely tapped on this new suspension, but I've been able to kind of dig some stuff up on it. So the first thing is, obviously when they built the G4, the R Motion kind of carried over from the XP/XS. So now, oh, found a bad trail. Rob's gonna be pissed. So what they did is, you know, that the suspension kind of morphed over time. It was a 121, a 129, a 137. You know, it was a lot of different things. What they've done with the R Motion X is that is built to be at its shortest a 129, and then obviously can be a 137. And so because of that, they're able to put a longer front arm and a longer rear arm in the suspension. So that allows them to put a longer shock on it and allow for less weight transfer. It does have an adjustable front arm, so if you want more weight transfer, you can adjust it and still get the wheelies out of it that you want. But in general, it's designed to kind of be more like the cat suspension and keep the front end super planted. And I think that's kind of what we're going to see a lot of the more trail-oriented models kind of conforming to as the years go on. As far as the front suspension goes, again, similar to what they did with Cat, it's a lowered roll center, but still more travel. It's about half an inch more travel, half an inch more width, but the sled is still supposed to handle better. So obviously when you make the adjustments to the rear suspension, you can then get a little bit more out of your front suspension. They also now have an updated 7.8-inch LCD screen. A lot of cool features with that. I can't remember the exact name of the app that it runs off of. I want to say it's a BRP Connect or something like that. A lot of cool options with that. You can kind of keep a lot of your vital information on the left side of the screen. You can run a GPS on the right side of the screen. So definitely cool. A lot of guys have been asking for that for a long time out of Skidoo, an upgraded gauge, and now they have it. The only negative I see with it is you have to have electric start in order to run it because it needs a battery. So kind of disappointing. I was kind of specking out of backcountry, and I would want to get shot out of backcountry if I did get it, and you can't get it. So not the end of the world, but you know, definitely something to keep in mind if you're one of the guys that still isn't into electric start. The last big piece of news is the entire Skidoo line is now in the G4, so the Tundras, the Expeditions, I don't know if those are even still two different sleds, and things like the sport sleds are now also in the G4. So obviously that's a skinny chassis that was designed for the 850, the 600R E-Tech. So what they did was designed a 600 EFI engine. You know, it's a little bit more simple than the 600R E-Tech. The 600 EFI makes 85 horsepower, so that's around, I think, 15 to 20 horsepower less than the old 500 SS/600 carb. That line consists of an MXZ, a backcountry, and a Renegade. So nice broad range for broad range of sleds, kind of keep things affordable. I believe the MSRP of the MXZ is around 84. I'm not sure of the price on the rest. So cool to see, you know, Skidoo might not be in that mid-size market, but they still have that entry-level sled for people that are looking for that and, you know, want to get their kids out on things that they can handle and will run well and not give a lot of headaches and stuff. And an EFI system is still gonna, you know, run clean, have a nice long life with the EPA standards that are coming, be affordable, and give good power for somebody to kind of grow into. How does he not run out of gas just going in circles all day?
He does go slower than
I mean, it takes a little bit, but once it heats up in there, it'll be out. When do you want to take off?
It doesn't matter. I mean, if we get to a point where him and I gotta go, we can just head back on our own. So.
Where are we headed?
I don't know. I guess we can go down. We go to the left here. That's usually it's like 5 miles, and then you just turn around and come back.
I think Skidoo did a good job of, you know, giving attention to the trail guys. They had felt alienated for the past couple of years, and like nothing new would come out, and I could kind of see that, you know. The XRS and a lot of the other trail sleds really hadn't changed over the last couple of years. Everybody got a bigger gauge last year, but not really a trail specific thing. New suspension, new updated gauge, new ski as well. I forgot about that. There's 2 new types of pilot ski. Again, one that's adjustable. I think the concept is just a deeper keel. According to Skidoo, they can run a more aggressive ski now with the updated suspension, so you know, definitely a big plus overall. Seems like there'll be big upgrades for the sled, and they're actually giving demos to everybody. Obviously, because these sleds are, in their opinion, a big enough difference to really, you know, you got to try it to see how it plays out. So I think that's good. So kind of my take on the whole thing is, you know, trail guys got a lot, mountain guys got a lot, and this was kind of a year that the crossover guys just remain the same. You know, nothing really too new. It was bound to happen. We've kind of been in a crossover crazy market the past few years. For me, you know, I don't want to be that whiny. I hate how every time new sleds come out, it's always, oh, I wish there was this, oh, I wish there was that. I do kind of wish to spice up the backcountry. They put the lightweight hood on it. I think it would have just brought some new life, and it wouldn't have really cost them anything, you know. It wouldn't have been too much work for them, and it would have just kind of brought the line, you know, oh, now you have a 2021, so you have the lightweight hood, and just kind of change it up, make it a little bit more hardcore. You could have put like a expert type seat on it, you know, just kind of came out with like a cool package. But overall, I think it was a really good launch. You know, I've seen a lot of people kind of giving them flack. I'm whining because the sled I was the most interested in isn't new at all, but you know, I think for a lot of people there's a lot to make them happy, and good on Skidoo for really having a good launch this year.